In the series of coding. Today we have with us a problem that's called binary trees with factors. So we are given an array of unique integers where each integer is strictly greater than 1, and we are trying to make a binary tree using these integers, and each non-leaf node's value should be equal to the product of the values of its children, and we have to return the number of binary trees that we can make. An answer may be too large, so we have to return the answer modulo 10 power 9 plus 7. So let's try to take this particular example. So first let's try to take the simplest binary tree that we can form. So using all these numbers, we can at least form one binary tree each. Because for example, take the number 2. So with 2 as the root node, you can form a binary tree which is having no children or both its children as null. So this is a accepted binary tree, and you can make this. Similarly, using 3, you can make a simple binary tree with both its children as null. Then you can make another binary tree with 4, with 6, with 8, with 12. So you can make a binary tree with all of these values. Okay, this is a simple binary tree with only those values as the root nodes and no children. So what we do is, we know that minimum we can make one binary tree with all the values. So what we'll do, we'll declare a map structure, and we will store 1 initially to all of these numbers. Okay, corresponding to all of these numbers, we will store the number 1, because we can make one binary tree at least with all these numbers. Now we'll try to see if we can make any other binary trees using these numbers. So first of all, we'll sort this array, and the advantage of sorting that array is we will have the numbers in order. And so you see, using the smallest number, you cannot form any other binary tree. Okay, no matter what the number is, using the smallest number. Okay, even if the smallest number was say 100, and you had other numbers like 200, 1000. Okay, suppose if this was the array also, see, you can never form 100 using the numbers given in the array. You can never form 100 using say 200 or 1000 or 100 and some other number. You need two numbers to form this particular number. So using other numbers, you can never form 100 itself, when 100 is the smallest number. So using the smallest number, you cannot form any other binary tree. So what we'll do is, from the second value in the array, we will start iterating and check if we can form any other binary tree, because from the first or the smallest number, you cannot form any other binary tree. So I will start from I equal to 1, and I will go on till. So I will start from I equal to 1, then I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4, I equal to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will try to find if using all other numbers I can find any other binary tree. And how do I find? So using 3, I will see if I can form any other binary tree using 3 as the root node, but some other values as children. So I need some other values as children, because simple 3 and having children as null, we have already considered. We have written 1 for that only. So we'll see if we can do this. So how do we check that? So what we'll do is, we will start iterating from j equal to 0 till j less than I. So we will see if there are any numbers smaller than that particular number. That will help us to find, because using any number bigger than that particular number, you cannot form the binary tree anyway, because two bigger numbers cannot multiply and give a smaller number. Fractions are not there, they are only integers. So from j equal to 0 till j less than I, we'll start iterating. So first we'll check if 3 mod 2 is equal to 0, because if 3 mod 2 is equal to 0, then there's a possibility that you can form 3 by multiplying 2 with some other number, but 3 mod 2 is not equal to 0 in this case. So we know that using 3, you cannot form any other binary tree. So we'll let this remain as 1. Okay, let's go to the next example. So once we go through all the examples, we'll be able to understand this better. So now we will take I equal to 2, and again we will iterate from j equal to 0 till j equal to 1, because when j is equal to 2, j less than I will not be satisfied. So first we'll take j equal to 2. Okay, and I is equal to 2. Sorry, j equal to 0 and I equal to 2. So this is the first iteration. We are checking for j equal to 0. So we will check the number at I, that is 4, if 4 mod 2 is equal to 0 or not. So if 4 mod 2 is equal to 0, then there is a possibility that you can form another binary tree using 4. So this is true. 4 mod 2 is equal to 0, because 2 divides 4 completely. Now, if this is true, we have to find the number which is able to divide 4 completely. So what we'll do is, we will check if 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2 is present in the map or not. So in this case, it is present. 4 by 2 is 2. That means we multiply 2 with 2 itself. You can get 4. So you have found one extra way of forming a binary tree. We already had one way with 4 and both children null. We found one more way, 4 and both children 2. So now we have to add this one more extra way to this particular number. So now we have two ways of forming binary tree with 4 as the node. So both the ways are listed here. Now we will go to the next iteration. So we go to the next iteration, which is j equal to 1 and I equal to 2. So j equal to 1, we will make the initial check. We will see we can find a number that can be multiplied to give 4. So we will check if 4 mod 3 is equal to 0 or not. So it is not equal. That means 3 is not dividing 4 completely. So how can it multiply with any number to give 4? It cannot. So we will just go to the next iteration. So we have completed all the iterations for I equal to 2 and we have found two ways for making 4. So let's go to the next iteration, I equal to 3. So for I equal to 3, you will have to do 3 iterations, j equal to 0, j equal to 1 and j equal to 2. And you will have to end at j equal to 2. So we will do the first iteration. So we will check if 6 mod 2 is equal to 0 or not. So we know it is equal to 0. This is true because 2 is able to divide 6 completely. So maybe we can find a number that is able to multiply with this 2 and give 6. Okay, so how do you find that number? So you just divide 6 by 2. So you divide 6 by 2, you get 3. Now we will check if 3 is present in the map or not, because if 3 is not present, this thing is useless. So now in our case 3 is present in the map. So since 3 is present in the map, what we do, we take the number of ways of forming 2. So that is 1 we obtain here, and number of ways of forming 3, that is also 1. So that is 1 into 1. So we get one new way of forming 6. So let me write here, let me declare a variable count and let me write. So count is the number of new ways we are getting when we are doing the iteration. So we found one new way. Okay, so let's say we found one new way, and let us go forward now. So let me erase all this so that we can go to the next iteration. So now we are going to the next iteration. So we checked for j equal to 0. Now let's try to check for j equal to 1. So again we do the same thing. We check if 6 mod 3 is equal to 0. So this is also true, right? So now we know that we can try to find a number that will multiply with 3 to give 6. So let's see what is that number. So 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. And let's check if 2 is present in the map. So 2 is present in the map. So now how many ways are there to form 3? There is one way to form 3. How many ways are there to form 2? There is one way to form 2. So 1 into 1 is 2. So we found one extra way. Already we found one extra way. Now we found one more extra way. So count is equal to 2. So we have found two extra ways to form 6. So we saw the ways, one is this and one we had already seen by just interchanging these 2 and 3 positions. Okay, so now let me erase all this and let me go to the next iteration. So next iteration is when j equal to 2. So let's do the check. So we will check if 6 mod 4 is equal to 0. So we know that 6 mod 4 is equal to 0 is false. That means we cannot multiply 4 with any number to form 6, which is an integer. So we'll just finish all the iterations. So now while iterating for the value 6, we found that count is equal to 2. There are two extra ways of forming 6. So I add 2 here. So already we had one way and we add two ways. So now we get three ways. So there are three ways of forming 6. What are the three ways? So initially we had one way, that was 6 simply with no children. Then we found one more way while iterating, that was 6 with children 2 and 3. Then we found one more way, 6 with children 3 and 2. Okay, so these are the three ways of forming 6. Now we go to the next iteration. So the iteration is I equal to 8. I mean I equal to 4 and the number is equal to 8. So again we have to make these iterations from j equal to 0 to j equal to 3. So j equal to 0, j equal to 1, j equal to 2 and j equal to 3. So let's start checking. So when I is equal to 4 and j equal to 0, you have to check if 8 mod 2 is equal to 0 or not. So that is equal, right? So you know that we have to now let's try to search if there is any number. So let me see if there is any number that is present in the map that will multiply with 2 and give 8. How do you check that number? So you just divide 8 by 2. So you find that the number is 4. Now you'll see 4 is present in the map. In our case it is present. So let's see the number of ways of getting 2. So number of ways of getting 2 is 1. Number of ways of getting 4 is 2. So what you do, you just multiply the number of ways. So you can form one binary tree with 2 and you can form two binary trees with 4. So you get 2. Okay, now let me change my count variable. So now my count has become equal to 2. So I just saw there is one way of writing 2, there are two ways of writing 4. So 1 into 2 is 2. So we found two new ways of writing 8. Okay, so now let's go over to the next iteration. So let me erase all this and let's go to the next iteration. So now we already checked for j equal to 0. Now we'll check for j equal to 1. So I is equal to 4 and j equal to 1. So 8 mod 3 does not equal to 0, right? So there is no use of checking because no number can be multiplied with 3. No integer number can be multiplied with 3 to give 8. Okay, let's go to the next value. So again we have j equal to 2 and we have I equal to 4. So let's check. So 8 mod 4 is equal to 0. This is true, right? So now you can find a number, you can try to find a number. So this is 8 and we have found 4. So we can try to find a number that will multiply with 4 to give 8. So 4 into 2 is 8. And how do you obtain this 2? You just divide 8 by 4. So you obtain this 2. Now you check if 2 is present in the map. So 2 is present in the map and it is having one way. Similarly, 4 is present and 4 is having two ways. So you can form 4 using two ways, you can form 2 using one way. So 2 into 1 is 2. So you found two new ways of forming this 8. So already count was 2 and I add 2 to the count. So now my count becomes equal to 4. Okay, and now I move forward to the next iteration. So let me erase all these so that there is some more space. So I think erasing is taking a little bit extra time, but I hope we can deal with it. So let's go to the next iteration. J equal to 3 and I equal to 4. So let's just divide 8 mod 6 equal to 0 and let's see. So 8 mod 6 equal to 0 is false. So no number can be multiplied with 6 to give 8, which is possible in this particular case. So it is we can simply just go to the next iteration. So next time j becomes equal to 4, I equal to 4, so it will just exit. So we found four new ways. While iterating, we found four new ways. So we can add 4 to the already present value of 8. So 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So we have found 5 ways. Okay. Similarly, now let's just quickly go over the next iteration. So I think it will be very simple. I need not write all the values, but we'll just try to understand it. Okay. So now we have I equal to 5 and in this case we have I equal to 5 and the value is 12. Okay, so first what we do is we try to check if starting from j equal to 0 till j equal to 5, sorry, till j equal to 4, because j should be less than I. So we'll try to check if 12 mod any value is equal to 0. So 12 mod 2 is equal to 0 in the first case. Okay, so now 12 mod 2 is equal to 0. That means there can be a number which will multiply with 2 and which will give 12. So that number is 6. Now let's check if 6 is present in the map. So 6 is present. Okay, so now you can form 2 using one way and you can form 6 using three ways. So what you do, you multiply 1 into 3. So 1 into 3 is 3, right? So there are three ways of forming this particular value. So we will make count equal to 3. Okay, and we will move forward. So we will go to the next iteration. So in the next iteration we will go to j equal to 1. So when j is equal to 1, so we will check if 12 mod 3 is equal to 0. This is also true. So maybe we can find a number that multiplies with 3 and that gives 12. So I've taken examples such that this is also again easy and it's present in the map. So 3 into 4 is 12. So 4 is present and there are two ways to form 4 and there is one way to form 3. So we multiply. So 1 into 2 is 2. Okay, so we found again two ways. So we add that to count. So count was 3 and now we add 2 also to count. Okay, now we again go to the next iteration. We check if 12 mod 4 is equal to 0. So 12 mod when j is equal to 2, So we check if 12 mod 4 is equal to 0. So we see that 12 mod 4 is also equal to 0. So basically, we are just checking if there is a possibility of 4 multiplying with any number, and that particular number is 3. Okay, so now we'll check if 3 is present in the map. So 3 is present in the map. So 4 can be found using two ways. 3 can be found using 3 can be found 3 can be made using one way. So 2 into 1 is 2, so we again add 2. Okay, now we again go to the next iteration. So next iteration, when j is equal to 3, so we check for 6. So 12 mod 6 is equal to 0, that is true. So again we try to see if we can form 6, if we can form 12 using 6. So we see 6 into 2 is 12. So 6 can be found using three ways, okay, and 2 can be found using one way. So I just replace this. So 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So let me just erase this and write 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So I found three extra ways. So already, so I'm finding a lot of ways for 12. So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. Now in the next iteration, when I check if 12 mod 8 is equal to 0 or not, okay, when j is equal to 4, I check if 12 mod 8 is equal to 0 or not, it is not equal. So I just end this iteration. So how many new ways I found? 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10. So now I add 10 to 1 and I make this value equal to 11. So I found 11 ways of making the binary tree using 12. Now what I do to get the final answer, I just add all these values. So I do 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 11. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 11 is 23. So I hope that this should be the right answer. And since these answers can be very large, we have to divide by 10 mod. We have to divide, or we have to take the mod. We have to not divide, we have to take the mod. We have to take mod by 10 power 9 plus 7, because this value can be very very large. So let's write the code. I think explanation took a lot of time, but I hope we are still able to understand it well. So what I do is, first I make a map, right? So I make map int, and I will take long int, because the values can be very large. So integer is for the values in the array, so that is int only, that is fine. But I take long int. Okay, so the values or the number of binary trees to make will be stored in the second variable, and let me call it m. Okay, so now I go forward and I just sort the array. So we sorted the array. So I just sorted. C++ is very simple, so I can just give sort array dot begin to array dot end. So I will just sort it, and that will be stored in this array. Okay, now what I do is I start iterating. So what I do is, so for int I equal to 0, I less than array dot size I plus plus. So what I have to do is I have to iterate. Okay, so for some particular I, we have seen all the i's in this. So for suppose for some particular I, we have to iterate from j equal to 0 to j less than I. Okay, so that is the condition that you have to take. So for int j equal to 0, j less than I, j plus plus. By the way, this I should start from 1, and we saw why it should start from 1, because smallest number you can form only one binary tree. Okay, now before doing this for loop, what we have to do is we have to make all the values in map have at least 1. Okay, so for what I can do is, so for int, okay, so let me take anything. So for int x equal to 0, x less than array dot size x plus plus. So for all the values, what I do is I will insert 1. So I insert 1, because we can form at least one binary tree using all the values. So m dot insert, and I insert just the value. So I insert array x comma 1. So that is what I've inserted in the map. Now let's go forward. So now let's go to this iteration. So we have declared the outer loop, we have declared the inner loop. Now what we have to do is we have to check the value. So what we do is, for each particular I value, we will check if the j value divides it completely or not. So what is the condition that we have to check? So if array of I mod array of j, if this is 0, okay, so if it divides completely, there can be a chance that we can find that particular value in the map. So what we do is, we have to now check if, okay, so let me declare auto it is equal to m dot find array of I by array of j. So what I am doing is, okay, suppose I is equal to 6 and I have found j is equal to 2. Okay, so now I have to check if 6 divided by 2, which is 3. Okay, which is 3. So if that is present in the map or not, because if it is not present, then even if you have 2, it is useless. You cannot multiply 2 with any number to get 6. You can only multiply it with 3 to get 6. So if 3 should be present in the map, so I will just check m dot find. Okay, now if it is not equal to m dot n, that means it is present in the map. So I am trying to see if that value is found, and if that value is found, then I know that I will have to increment my count. Okay, so I will have to declare count variable. So what I do is I first make count equal to 1, because everything is having or I can make 0 itself. Okay, so let me make 0. So let count be the number of extra ways. Let count be the number of extra ways of finding binary tree which we obtain currently. Okay, so int count is equal to 0. Initially count is 0. And now let's try to find if through the iterations we can find any extra ways to make binary tree. So if it not equal to m dot n, that means this is found. Okay, this value is found in the map. So now if this value is found in the map, that means we have to just find the number of ways. Okay, so how do you find the number of ways? You just multiply these values. So for example, 2 can be found in one way, 3 can be found in one way. So you multiply 1 by 1. So that will be the number of extra ways. So for that, one value is just it. Okay, one value is just it second. And what is the other value? So the other value you will have to take by you will have to declare another iterator here. So let me call it it2. Okay, auto it2 is equal to m dot find array of j. So what I do is I find both the numbers which I multiply with. Okay, so for example, in this case, this will be 2, this will be 3. So number of ways of storing 2, for example, is 1, and number of ways of forming 3 is 1. So I have to multiply 1 with 1. Okay, so my iterator will point to my this iterator 2 will point to 2, and my iterator 1, okay, this iterator it will point to 3. So I have to find the number of ways and I have to multiply. So I have to multiply it second with it 2 second. So once I multiply this and I have to add count. Okay, I have to do count plus is equal to this particular value. So that's it, and we will obtain. Finally, we have to change the count to that. Okay. So what I do is after exiting this for loop, we have to change the count. So how do we change the count? So for that particular value, that means, okay, so I will let me declare auto it3 here. So auto it3 is equal to m dot find uh, this particular value. So we are iterating over I equal to 1, right? So array of I. So this value. So the iterator will point towards this particular value. So we will have to change the value in that. So it3 second plus is equal to count. So that's it, and finally we'll just add all the values. So let me just give for auto parts in m. So for all the values, so we can finally give sum plus, and I will have to give these as long int so that it doesn't give any error. So sum plus, and I will have to declare sum also. So long int sum is equal to 0, because for very large test cases, if we simply give int, it will return error. So sum plus is equal to just uh, you know so let me give like this: auto it4 is equal to m dot begin, and because this is easier to understand, it4 not equal to m dot n and it4 plus plus. So I'm iterating over all the values in the map, and now I just make sum equal to this particular value it4 second. So it will just add all the number of ways, and now we can just return some modulo 10 power 9 plus 7 that is given in the question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 7. So I hope that this should work. Let me check if it is working. So it's working. Let me just submit and see if it's working for all the test cases. So it's an accepted solution. That's it. Thank you for being patient and listening.